Hey everybody, Coach Dan here. Maybe you're a road runner who sees those trail runners and you're a little trail curious, or maybe you're at the start of your running journey. This one's for you. I've got the 5 top tips for beginner trail runners to make sure you're safe on the trail and that you have a great time. Tip number 1 is going to be getting the right gear. Trail shoes can look the same as road shoes in some ways, but there's a big difference on the bottom. And that's that trail shoes have these big, beautiful rubber lugs. They're going to keep you from slipping around on loose dirt or uneven rocks. Head down to your local independent outdoor store and get a pair of trail shoes fitted. Make sure that they feel good on your feet, and that's the most important bit. The second piece of kit you may want to think about is a buff. There's all kinds of things you can do with these. I use mine as a neck warmer, now as a mask, to keep my ears warm or to wipe sweat away from my brow if it's a hot day. I'm not even sure you're a trail runner if you're not wearing a buff. Secret number 2 is where to keep your eyes. My first day on the trail, I was cruising along about 1 kilometer in. I checked my watch to see what my pace was, kicked a rock, and found my first ever scraped knee on the trail. I've had a few since. My point is that when you start trail running, it's okay to look down. Keep your focus on your foot strikes. It's not like in road running where your feet are going to be the same each time they hit the ground. So try to keep your posture upright as you keep your gaze down. And trust me, the longer you spend on the trail, the more you can start to focus out from your feet. Tip number 3, forget about your pace. Just ignore it. It's not a good metric anyway. Besides, it takes a lot longer to run on the trail than it does on the road. So whatever your normal 10K time for an easy run is, you're gonna spend at least 50% more time running on the trail. So instead, think about how much time you've got. Run for half of that. If you got a 90-minute run plan, run for 45 minutes, turn around and run back. The other thing you need to remember, it's a bit of a secret, but on the trail, we do a lot of hiking anyway. Secret number 4 of enjoying time on the trail is keeping yourself safe. There's a few things you should do to make sure you're safe on the trail. It's not like road running where if you twist an ankle, you can just flag down a car. On the trail, you've got to take care of yourself. So make sure your cell phone's with you. Make sure if you're running anywhere near dark, you've got a headlamp that's got the batteries charged up. Maybe a little extra fuel in your pocket's a good idea too. I always keep a good first aid kit in my car. One of the best ways to stay safe is to run with a group. It's great to connect with groups on Strava or other social medias. Find the best trails to run. Tip number 5 is to choose your first trail wisely. Not all trails are created equally. Connect with your local trail community on Strava or elsewhere and find a trail that's going to be nice and runnable, easy on your feet, maybe with some nice views thrown in there, so you get a sense of how it feels to run on the trail without blowing your legs up on day 1. One last thing, if you want to earn your miles on the trail, you're going to need to add some slightly different stability and mobility work to make sure those little tiny stabilizer muscles get strong enough to handle the uneven terrain. You can check out the video over my shoulder for an amazing strength workout that'll keep you ready for the trail.